Hello, you guys, and welcome back to Brittany Allen Crafts. Hello, if you are new, I've got another V-Day DIY for you, and of course, I'm using Dollar Tree supplies. But you guys know I don't like long intros, so let's get into it. So, as you've seen, I'm using two of those long love signs from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to give them both 2 coats of ivory chalk paint. All right, so this heart right here is actually a puzzle heart from a DIY from last year. I will link that DIY down in the description, but I'm just going to measure and then glue that right into the middle of this sign. By the way, I don't know where the footage went, but somehow it's gone, but I did glue two of those long signs together. But all right, so I'm using Vintage Tea Rose by Folk Art, and I'm just going to paint Be My in those wood letters from the Dollar Tree. And now using those hearts that are from the front of the signs, I'm just going to glue those back on opposite corners of our sign. So if you remember last month, I got this beautiful rhinestone and pearl trim in, and I'm obsessed with it. So I had to incorporate it somehow into this DIY. So I was gonna add a heart on either corner like I did the metal hearts, but I decided to go ahead and piece it together, the pieces that I had already cut. So that's part of the reason why I had to piece it together like that, because I'd already cut it and I didn't want to waste it. But so I just added that to that puzzle sign, and it really made the puzzle sign pop. So now I'm just going to add Valentine using one of those metal words that you can get in a 3-pack from Dollar Tree down below that heart. Alright, y'all, if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. Heck, if you're not enjoying it, go ahead and tell me what it is that you don't like or what you'd like to see me do differently. Also, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to turn on the bell so you don't miss an upload. Then like this video, and last but not least, join us on Facebook in our Facebook group and follow me on Facebook. Alright, guys. So I really wanted to incorporate some things that I already had. My Dollar Tree does not really have anything out for V-Day, so I kind of had to use what I had anyways. This XO Heart is actually from a DIY from last year also. I will link it in the description if it is not from the same video as the last part that I showed you. So now mixing medium gray and white by Folk Art, I'm going to paint on these little arrows that I stenciled on. And if you didn't see my last video, I have a new technique derived from the transfer technique that you can do. And it's a way that you can print off stencils and save money by not having to waste so much ink and keep using those same stencils over and over. So go check that video out. I'll link it in the description, and I'll put a card up in the top corner for you guys. So this is how our first DIY turned out. I did add some lights. I just wrapped them all the way around the outside and the inside of the heart. And I really think that this DIY turned out so beautiful. Let me know what you guys think. And let's move on to our second DIY. All right, so like I said, I'm trying to use stuff I have. So I'm going to use these flowers, and I'm just going to add some of that antique or vintage tea rose and mix it with a little pink to brighten up that vintage tea rose a little bit. I'm just going to dry brush on that paint. And I just think the gold and that vintage pink is so pretty together. I just can't even. If I could find other gold flowers, definitely I'm going to do this technique again because that gold and pink are just beautiful together. All right, so these wood flowers, this is not sponsored, by the way. These are just from another video that was sponsored, but this DIY is also from a Christmas DIY, and I just wanted to kind of take this DIY and renew it for Valentine's Day. So I'm just kind of adding in some things, painting some things, and changing some things on it. But I did already have some wood flowers in there, and now I'm just adding another type of wood flowers into these vases, which are also by Solar Wood Flowers as well. But all right, and I will link their website for you guys. Like I said, it's not sponsored, but just in case you guys are interested, I will link those things for you. So I did want to change out that ribbon. So I'm just going to use some of this ribbon that I actually got around Christmas from Dollar Tree. But I thought it would be so pretty to change out that buffalo check and add in a pop of red onto that wood vase. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to add and do the same thing that I did with the buffalo check. Just wrap it around and add a bow. Alright, so this is how our second DIY turned out. I think it turned out so pretty, and I love the fact that I just had to add a few things in, paint a couple things, and didn't really have to buy anything. Or, well, no, didn't have to buy anything. But look at those golden pink flowers. How beautiful are they? Now, I did place one of the vases on a tray from Christmas. Alright, so for our third DIY, you're going to need another item from Christmas and this love sign. So I'm just going to start by painting the top of the house white by Wicker White, I believe. And then I'm just going to start mixing together pink and white and gradually add more as I go, and then use my blow dryer to dry that, because if you don't use your blow dryer, it's going to drive you crazy waiting for it to dry, so that you can continue to paint on further down the sign. And I did place that love sign on, and I didn't glue it down yet so that I could just keep removing it and adding paint as I go. And I did have to, because I didn't add 2 coats at the top or as I was going, I just had to keep going, which ended up being fine because I kind of just get to play with it and add brighter pink, add more white, and just kind of play with the color until I get it where I like it. Now, if you could not tell, I am doing an ombre effect, and I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. I do wish, however, that I would have made it less of a subtle change and more, that way the bottom could have been brighter of a pink, but that's fine. It did turn out really, really pretty. I am going to link in some apps that I've been using recently to earn some extra cash, and when you join using my link and my code, you will, well, we'll both get some extra points and earn some extra cash. So go check those out down at the bottom of my description. I'm just going to glue down that love sign now, and I did add a buffalo check hanger as well as a buffalo check bow onto that hanger. And now I'm going to go in with some more of that rhinestone and pearl trim and just add that on to the bottom of the love sign, because I will be hanging the sign up. I have like some cabinets that are above our island, I guess you'd call it, and it's pretty high up there, so I wanted you to be able to see this pearl and rhinestone trim when you look up at it. So this was a really quick and really easy DIY, and I hope you guys liked it. I do have one more DIY for you guys, but how pretty is this third DIY? Let me know down in the comments which one of these DIYs are your favorite. This next DIY, I will be refurbishing another item from Christmas. This was a cardboard triangular Christmas tree, and I'm just going to add some hearts onto this first one. If you want to go see how I did this cardboard tree, go take a look at the card at the top of the screen, or I will link it into the description. That way you don't have to stop watching this video and you can continue watching till the end. But I am adding some of those sparkly hearts And I did add in smaller hearts once I got to the middle of the tree, and then just gradually added less once I got up to the top. And that was it for that one. And then I did do one more, and I'm just going to add in some buffalo check fabric that I picked up from Walmart. These are those 97-cent little, or I think they're $1.50 now, but those fat squares, I think is what they call them. But I'm just going to start wrapping it like a present and glue on that fabric. So I'm going to use some of those wood hearts that I had previously stained, and I'm going to use some of those little foam hearts, and I'm just going to glue a foam heart onto the wood one. And then I have one of those pink wood hearts, and I'm just going to glue on a couple more of those foam hearts onto that, and just continue doing that with different colors and different hearts that are from packages that I got from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to do that all the way down to the bottom of the tree. Alright guys, so this is how our fourth and final DIY turned out. I hope you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on that bell, share it with all your friends and family. It does help the channel to grow, and I do appreciate it more than you know. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys so much. I can't wait to hit 5,000 subscribers. We will be doing something special as soon as that happens. So go ahead and subscribe, like I said, and thanks for watching.